have a dentist that had really terrible poop breath, and that's kind of what it smells like.
Okay. Your second guess, I'm going to actually give you 3 here on this. Brandon, what do you think your second guess for the mystery box? What do you think is in it?
Is it poop of some sort?
Is it poop of some sort? Denny's.
Why are you laughing, man?
Why are you
laughing?
What is in the mystery box?
It's cat poop from the litter box.
Okay.
We got a winner.
Oh, wow.
We got a winner.
We got a winner.
I'm over here thinking it's sugar cookies.
Just close your eyes and take a bite.
Oh, what kind of poop is that? It's like mummified.
Cat poo, he said.
Cat
No,
poo.
but it's like a hardened.
I think the litter dehydrates it.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Kevin, Virginia, and Jason are live on 97.9 WRMF and the KVJ Show app.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yo, what's happening? Welcome to the KVJ Show. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Here we go.
Happy Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right. Here we go, getting to another weekend. A lot of big stuff going on this weekend. Hopefully you guys got some big plans. I'm all ready for Brew at the Zoo, going to be happening on Saturday night.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, a lot of craft beer festivities happening this weekend.
Is the Kevin Ralston totally going to attend this event?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay.
That is the plan. I mean, you never know. I mean, life. But still.
Life, a.k.a. wife.
Yeah, life, wife, kids, just whatever.
I feel like we had such a good time the last time we went.
It is a great time. It's just, there's something about the zoo. It's so awesome. It's tropical. There's so much vegetation around. It's just got kind of a cool vibe.
Atmosphere's big, man.
Atmosphere is big. So it's got a really good atmosphere. There is a ton of people there, but it's not like massively crowded because it's so big that when you're talking about the Palm Beach Zoo, people can be all over the place and you're not like, busting around each other. Now, the center court gets a little crazier. But they got some live music there, but that's going to be a good time. So.
The weather's not hot yet, so it's kind of nice to be out there when the sun's going down.
It's not quite, but it's getting closer.
It is.
I walked outside today, and I was just like, I can feel it a little bit more. Every single day, it edges a little bit closer to summertime and the wet season. Yesterday, we had the rain that looked like the wet season, too. Those big old clouds came rolling in right about that usual rain time in the afternoon.
That was Armageddon weather.
Oh, I know. That was crazy. Yeah, because you haven't seen it in about 5 months. So I saw people taking videos going, do we have a hurricane? What's going on? But no, that's just welcome to it. Rainy season on deck. So to me, Sunfest is pretty much the end of it.
That's the beginning of sweaty butt.
Yeah, you kind of
For
like,
about
to me,
4.5 months.
I said a couple things, like the timetables is right after Sunfest goes. So it's like the first week in May. It's just every day you feel a little bit different. You really are into it by 4th on Flagler. That's where I'm like, because 4th on Flagler is usually raining and swampy.
And I always have an Uncle Sam outfit on. I'm always so hot.
So hot,
It always rains, and then
Yeah.
the heat follows every 4th of July.
July 4th begins our weather misery, and then it continues until really about the second week of November. And then second week in November, then it's all good, baby.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gone to a Sunfest where I don't have butt sweat.
It starts, yeah. That's when you really start to get into it, but you don't have the massive humidity there. And then it takes its time, and then through May and June, it ramps up, and then bam, it's full on by July 4th.
My friend has a car, because butt sweat is real, and I hate it, and it's awful. My friend has a car with holes in the seat, these little tiny baby holes.
Uh-huh.
He flips a switch,
Yeah.
and it blows cool air-conditioned air on your butt.
It's great.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
You're right about the butt sweat being real. Anytime I have a medical procedure or go to the doctor, I get really bad anxiety to the point where I'm sweating more than I normally do, and I sit on that paper. And the last time I did that, I had the hottest nurse ever, and I could feel the sweat, and I'm like, oh, she wants me to get up and move now. Please don't be damp. And sure enough, there was 2 little cheek marks there. I was so embarrassed.
I've had it where my butt stuck to it. I got up and it went with me. I'm like, oh, sorry. It's just gross.
And then you're all flailing around
and then
trying to pull it off your butt.
Well, the problem is you're trying to explain to me, oh, I'm sorry, it's just butt sweat, because that actually at that point is the least offensive of what could be sticking your butt to the paper.
Yeah, you could be leaking.
You're hoping that they just accept it as being butt sweat, not that it's something else. You're like, oh, no, it's just butt sweat. And like, it's still gross, but it's the least of the gross things it could be.
Anytime I have a medical procedure done, whether it's my teeth or whatever, I'm thinking, please don't be hot. Please don't be hot. Because I don't want them looking at my gross stuff.
They actually should come up with a company called uglydoctors.com.
Yes.
Where we guarantee everyone working here is hideous.
They get my business.
I love it when I have an older female doctor. I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Just like you liked an older man. Because
Yeah.
he's got your goods. She's got my goods.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody hot, and I certainly don't want the opposite sex tromping in.
Yeah, I want some old, gross, hairy guy looking at my
Yes.
nards. That's what I want.
You want
don't
him
have
to
to
be
worry.
like, damn, this boy's balls look beautiful.
There you go.
That's it. You're
Compared
right.
to mine, he looks great.
Grossdoctors.com.
That's what we need.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It's the idea of the day.
Look at you listening to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Have you ever been insulted, but you don't know what it means? You're like, okay, I know I'm being insulted, but I kind of have to look it up. So
Okay.
I did that breakdancing video, which, a lot of controversy, a lot of comments. And this one person, they sent me a personal email, and they got a comment on there, and they said, this is some scuffed up content. And then in the personal email goes, why is your act so scuffed? I'm like, all right, scuffed.
Scuffed.
Yeah, what does that
Okay.
mean? I knew it wasn't good.
It's not good.
No, but I want to take a negative, turn it into a positive. It's time to learn, kids. Scuffed, I had to go to the Urban Dictionary, referring to something broken or not of quality, not working, a person who is acting dumb, fake, off-brand, bootlegged.
Oh, bootlegged. It's a great word.
But have you ever had that where you're getting insulted? I remember I was wearing some shirt in Walmart, and this old guy comes up. He's like, nice shirt, you beatnik. I'm like, beatnik?
Beatnik?
What is that? Why is he calling me a beatnik? So I had to go to Google. I'm like, what does he even mean by that?
Beatnik.
Nick.
And then I had a teacher one time that used to call me, she'd say, man, Jason, you're a bull in a china shop. But I always thought she was saying a bowl in a china shop. So at first I thought it was a compliment. I'm like, oh, I'm like a unique,
I'm an antique.
yeah, I'm a unique bull in a china shop.
Very fancy over here.
And they're like, no, you're a bull in a china shop. You're clumsy.
It's kind of like the problem we had with Denny's Joke Jury last week. Bull or bowl?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I didn't realize how similar those words are. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I'm a little nervous because I'm going to do something today, and it's permanent. Have you heard of this microblading?
No.
So what microblading is, as I've gotten older, one of the fun side effects is your hair thins out all over. I don't have to tell you, Ralston. It doesn't just thin out on your head. It also thins out in your eyebrows.
Okay.
And so now, like, my eyebrows are just really starting to look a little sad. You can't tell because I color them in. I use an eyebrow pencil and, every morning try to make them look darker and more youthful. But this microblading, you actually go in and they, tattoo little lines to look like little hairs into your eyebrow where there is no hair. And then it looks like you have a hair there. And then they do that a bunch of times, and then it makes it fill in and look more full and beautiful and youthful.
Question.
But it's permanent.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you get microblading for a mustache? Is that possible?
Sure.
If you can't grow any hair at all, can they give you a mustache? In fact, that's a question for you too, Kevin. Hair Club. Do they do mustaches for
I don't know
who
if they do facial hair.
Because some people can't grow mustaches.
You
Yeah,
can totally.
I think you just go to a costume shop for that. Yeah.
I got some green ones left over from St. Patty's Day we can slap on you.
I don't know, man. There's some broke down costume mustaches out there. You got to spend a lot of money to get the good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm doing this today.
Okay.
Hopefully, when I come in tomorrow, I look not weird, but just like, oh, her eyebrows look so young.
You'll know if you look weird because me and Kevin will constantly look at each other like back and forth.
You look at each other, then you look down.
Like that one time you came in and you had so much Botox and you looked like you were surprised for 3 weeks.
It was excessive.
Me and Kevin were looking at each other
That's
like,
pretty amazing, yeah.
Why is Virginia surprised the entire show?
I've learned less is more. You can always go back and get more Botox. You can't go back and get less.
Someone asked me, how often do you get Botox?
Actually, I don't really get Botox anymore. Now I like the Restylane, and I only go like once a year. I know I talk about it a lot, like, oh, I'm there all the time, but really it's like once a year. I'm lucky. I don't need a lot. For me, a little bit does a lot.
Okay.
Some girls have to go like every 3 months.
The question is, would the Kevin Ralston ever do a Botox?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't want to ever say never. I think that's such a tough word to say because if people call you on it, you said you never would.
Kevin got work done.
Yeah.
Don't do it around your eyes. That's what I would say. For
Yeah.
men, I think men with laugh lines around their eyes,
Yeah.
I think it looks distinguished.
It's not even on my radar. I've never given it one single thought ever in my life to
Good.
this point, and I don't see myself ever doing that.
I'm glad to hear that because I'm with you, Virginia. I think, I mean, some people just, you get lines in your face and that's how it goes.
If you wanted to do it, I would say do your forehead.
Oh, I lead the league in forehead lines, but I'm like, Kev, it's part of the game.
Don't mess with your eyes, dudes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't mess with your eyes, dudes.
Yeah, because guys with those little crow's feet, it kind of looks sexy.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I got a lot of them, so that's why you're always looking at me.
Well,
I get it.
I can't help myself. So turned on.
Of course. All right, what I got on my mind today. Do you think you will hit a Netflix price ceiling? And how much would you pay monthly for Netflix? Because this is a question you might have to be asking yourself relatively soon.
Uh-oh.
Just seemed like a couple months ago, right, that they announced they were going to be jacking up the prices again. Well, they're going to be doing it again next month. Another price hike on the streaming service. They sent out emails this week to customers in the U.S. that a price increase is going to be landing in May. Now, they announced price hikes back in January. Feels like it was really soon. They say it's going to be between $1 to $2 over the next billing cycle. So what is Netflix monthly? Because I have it on the credit card thing and my wife does the bills. Last thing I thought I remember, when I first signed up, I thought it was around like $7 or $8 a month. Am I wrong on that? And then it was like around 11, and now is it 13? Are we talking about like by May it's going to be around 15? So does that mean it's going to be about double than what I paid the first month I ever got Netflix?
Research department is on it.
I'll tell you what we pay. Now, we have it set up to where it's a family plan. So, like 4 people can use it on our plan. And Magnolia even uses it when she's at her dad's house because she signs in over there. Is that legal? I probably shouldn't say that on the radio.
No, you can do that.
You can?
Yeah, because I signed up for my sister. You're allowed up to, I think, three or 4 people.
Even if it's not in the same house?
Yeah.
Bylaws. Fine.
Okay, Kev.
Yeah.
Basic $8.99 per month, standard $12.99 per month, and then premium $15.99 per month.
Okay, yeah. So how they've gone up in price hikes was originally Netflix was pretty much $8. Then it went to 12 and hung out there for a while. And then in 2015, it started to edge up. 2017, you're up to $14, and now in January 2019, you're at 16. So by the time we go to May, I think we'll be talking about probably $18 a month.
Yeah, it's starting to hit that cap. I'll talk a big game and say, oh, I'm not going to pay for Netflix.
Yeah.
I love The Office too much. There's too many shows on there that are staples in my life.
Right.
I go to bed to them. There's too many documentaries that have UFO and alien stuff. They probably got me, man.
How much you pay for an HBO monthly?
A lot.
Okay.
I got to crunch those numbers. Don't have them.
Okay, because I think in essence that's kind of what you're looking at. Now it's about $15 a month for HBO. So you're talking about now Netflix compared to HBO, and Netflix has a lot more content than HBO, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. But keep in mind, HBO's got unique content. Their series and their shows is what gets you, man.
What Netflix has got?
They do.
You need content too. That's why I think they're coming up with it. So I think what you're going to be looking at here, because like for instance, for a lot of people, if you have a Roku, if you have the Apple TV, like what I have in my bedroom, you know, you're looking at just, okay, what streaming service am I going to get? And I've got the HBO that is on there. So I'm paying $15 a month for that. I'm looking at paying $18 for the Netflix. So how many will you be willing to pay for? And then what are the average prices going to be? And then what is your price ceiling?
I'll tell you what, I paid for that YouTube Red just because of that Cobra Kai series. But what it does is it knocks out all of your commercials on YouTube. You'll never get interrupted by commercials. So
that's kind of sweet because you do watch a good bit of YouTube.
That's my number one source of getting content is YouTube. Now YouTube is something. If you said Bird $49.95 a month for YouTube, I would pay it. I need my YouTube.
Yeah, so that's the question. What if YouTube starts charging you for that content as well? Where are we going to be? Because it seems like every other month, things are shifting in by a lot. Different services, different content, and different prices.
Before you know it, they'll be charging us for the air we breathe, Virginia.
Did you forget my name?
I did.
As you were talking to me and looking at me, you forgot my name. I mean, this is the new low.
Well, you weren't even listening to me. You're texting.
No, I'm looking through my bank statement to see how much I pay Netflix. I can't find it. I think I pay around.
A lot of people are saying $12.99 in May.
I think it's $12.99.
I just told you guys that.
Yeah.
I just read it.
Yeah.
No, but I didn't know what level I was.
You're not premium?
No, I'm not premium.
Well, Virginia, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
Right.
You Tequesta people.
Yeah, you would think. So I guess that's probably the question you're going to ask. What is going to be my price ceiling? And how many do you need? If you had to have 3 streaming services right now, what do you choose? Because Netflix and HBO are right in my top 2. And then for me, I do like ESPN if that were one. Now, ESPN, I think you can download that app for free. But let's say you're having to pay for everything. What are your must-haves? Those are my 3 right now. What would be your 3 if you had to have, if you're looking at apps and streaming services, do you have to have, Jay-Bird?
YouTube, without a doubt.
Okay.
I would say, unfortunately, Netflix. I'm not proud of it. It's because they got me by the nards. But Netflix. And if I have to throw a third in there, I don't know.
Well, you want your HBO, don't you?
I do, but HBO is very annoying.
You would be no Game of Thrones for you.
Me and Denny's have made a verbal commitment. We are not watching Game of Thrones until the entire series airs.
Oh, wow.
But that risks spoilers, and then I can't talk about it, so I'll probably go back on my word on that.
I was going to say, who's going to cave first on that?
Yeah. Oh, it'll be me, not he. He's got discipline, unlike myself.
Oh,
I'll go HBO.
If you only did 3 streaming services, what would it be, Virginia?
So I don't know if this qualifies as streaming, but we have the NFL package on DirecTV.
That'll work.
Yeah.
And that beast is very expensive.
That's 3 months out of the year, or 4.
Well, they actually break it up and they make it into payments, and you can add it to 12 months of your bill.
Yeah, but I'm talking about your content-wise. What do you? Because I'd be going, I'm getting 4 months of content. Hey, I love my football. Don't get me wrong, but
I can never watch Saints games here, though. I would have to go to Duffy's,
okay.
And then I'm spending $40 on chicken wings. So it has, and then don't even count the beer I had to have.
Okay,
like it just adds up.
Okay.
So I get the NFL package. Panda loves the NHL package for hockey, and we do Netflix.
Do you guys still have the wrestling channel?
Panda has that, I think, on his iPad, but I don't pay that.
Do you still? Don't you have the rest? Didn't you have the wrestling?
We did.
channel?
My kid kind of got out of wrestling, so
what?
Yeah, he's not really. I don't see him do anything with it. I think Fortnite took its place.
You don't have the Friday night matches anymore where you guys wrestle each other?
No, we haven't really wrestled for a while. It's like it's kind of
cats in the cradle.
So sometimes though you lose the wrestling bug. He'll be back. He'll be back to wrestling.
You think so?
I do.
Yeah, he's playing baseball and other things. So
that's good.
Yeah. So we actually got him outside playing a unscripted sport.
It's good for his health and his mind and everything else. Yeah,
I know. Yes. Before people get too shocked that, yes, I'm abusing my son by not giving him wrestling. People are very fascinated about what you're going to be doing with your eyes. Let me see here. We have got
eyebrows.
Yes.
It's the brows, Kevin.
Yes. If it isn't this, people... Okay, said your eyebrows will be red and peeling for a few days. It's like a regular tattoo healing process.
Great.
Somebody said, I never did microblading, but heard it's semi-permanent. It's supposed to last about a year.
Okay.
Okay, and somebody said, Virginia, there are liquid microblading options out there if you don't want to do this permanent thing. Okay.
Yeah, dog, you're getting inked up. You're going to be part of the tat community.
I know.
Welcome to the club, bro.
This is the first ink.
There are YouTube videos on microblading that you can check out.
Oh.
After you go get your microblading eyebrows, maybe this weekend go get a couple tequila shots and go get some tats.
Probably not.
All right.
And Maureen in the chat room said, I decided to do tinting instead. Look into it.
Well, tinting would be great if I had the hair. I literally have like a few little patchy areas where there's no hair there.
You're very hard on yourself about this kind of things, though. You think you've got that, like, what's that word? Dysmorphia.
Dysmorphia.
You look at things and you think things are there. I guarantee you, if I wiped off your eyebrows, me and Kevin wouldn't notice a thing and they look fine. But
Yeah.
what the hell do I know?
You're right. Virginia notices those things.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
dudes. We don't.
She notices not only on herself, but she'll notice
Everyone
it
else.
on your yes,
Yes.
and call you out.
I'm a detail chick. What do you want from me?
Silence.
Coming up here in a couple of minutes from streaming TV to streaming music, Spotify's top streaming artists. And to let you know, more and more people, they say that the music industry is swinging back, for a while. Ever since the digital thing came around, music industry's been bleeding out some cash because they were set up to sell albums. And when people started, stealing their music and all that kind of stuff, they were like, we're just bleeding out money. We don't know if we're going to be able to survive. Well, apparently now they've caught up with packages on streaming services and licensing out music that they've really kind of started to figure it out. And they say that the music industry is starting to make a good bit of cash once again.
Okay.
Yes. So it is rebounded in a big way. Now, just less than 3 years ago, let you know how it's improved and how many more people are streaming their music. Drake made history when One Dance became the first song on Spotify to be played 1 billion times. Now, 25 songs have hit that milestone. 25 songs have been streamed 1 billion times. And there's one artist that is number one now when it comes to streaming. Who do you think it is? Let's see if somebody can guess correctly. What do you think, Virginia?
Number one?
Number one of the top. They are on the most songs in the top 25 list on Spotify's billion plays playlist.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars, you say? What do you say, Jay Bird?
I'm gonna go old school.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Beatles.
The Beatles. Okay, is what you say.
Is that a terrible guess?
Yes, it is.
It felt terrible as it was coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, really bad. Yeah, terrible.
Can I change my answer?
No, you're going to sit with terrible.
And we're going to mock you.
Like a crown, you're going to wear it.
How are you so dumb?
Yeah. Streaming is bigger than ever, not just your TV, but also your music. A lot of people are checking out as well. We do our own little Spotify playlists on the KVJ show from time to time. And it was just 3 years ago that Drake became the first artiste to have a song that had over 1 billion streams, played 1 billion times on Spotify. Now, 3 years later, let you know how it's grown. There's 25 songs that have hit that milestone. But there's one artist that has more appearances in this top 25 than any other artist.
I blew it. I said the Beatles. It's definitely not the Beatles.
It is definitely not the Beatles.
I think I know who it is now.
Who?
Only talking about Rihanna.
Rihanna. Okay. That is an interesting guess there, Jay Bird. You're very off again.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to see if anybody has got this correct.
Sometimes you lose, and sometimes you lose publicly.
Yeah, no, I get that.
We got Liz on here with a guess. Liz, who do you think it might be?
I am guessing Drake.
Going to go with Drake. That is a good guess. He was the first, and in the last 3 years, he's only had one other song get 1 billion streams. So he has actually got 2 songs. That is not enough for number one. But yeah, I get that. That'd be a very good guess. You have got a guess here from Amelia.
Uh-oh, phone's not working.
Yes, hello, Amelia. Who do you think would be number one on the list for the most songs played 1 billion times on Spotify?
Is it Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande. That's a good guess. It's not. In fact, I didn't really see her at the top of the list.
That's because she doesn't sing the whole word. She's like, huh, and she breaks it off.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Then pick up then a credit for streaming. Well, here's what you got. You got DJ Snake with 2 in the top 25. Drake has 2.
DJ Snake.
Are we that old? We don't even know who. We don't know who DJ Snake is. Who's DJ Snake?
Kevin.
I know DJ Snack. I know that guy.
DJ Snake turned down for what? Turned down for what?
Oh,
Yeah.
I just didn't know his name. I know his jam.
Yeah, he did the song Lean On as well with Major Lazer. So he got a title with that.
You're losing me again.
You guys are not really plugged into the current hits, huh?
I'm
Mr. Beatles over
talking
here.
the Beatles over.
Wait,
DJ Late.
They made music after the 80s? Yeah. You've got the Chainsmokers with 3 songs
Okay.
that have 1 billion streams. Ed Sheeran.
Oh, the Ed.
Ed has got 4, including the #1 song with Shape of You. But the artist that has the most songs that have hit 1 billion streams on Spotify, nobody got it correct. Justin Bieber.
Nobody got it right. No one's Googling?
Bieber?
Bieber has the most. He's got 5 songs in the top 25 that have 1 billion streams on them.
I don't like his music, but I will say this. Beauty and the Beat is a jam. I don't know. Something happens when that song comes on.
I know. That's why I played it for you at Pride Fest.
The dance monster
He
comes
was
out of
dancing,
me.
shaking his rump.
That's such a... I love Nicki Minaj's rap. I love that whole song.
Amazingly enough, that one I don't even think made the top 25. So Jaybird streams are not there. You need to stream more, Jaybird. He's got Despacito. They did the remake version. He appears on that. That's the one that's in there at number 8.
Despacito. That was huge.
He's got Love Yourself at number 9. He's got Sorry at number 11. Justin Bieber also is on Let Me Love You with DJ Snake. There you go at number 18. That is 4. And then he's also on Cold Water with Major Lazer at number 24. So that's his 5 songs that he's got in the top 25.
Cold Water. How's that go?
I think you're singing Moon River, which is a song from about the 30s.
Hasn't been a very,
You're regressing from the Beatles and going backwards.
hasn't been a very good segment for me.
You're not that old.
Thank you.
You sound like 80 right
I
now.
really do sound older than I am.
Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Got this new ragtime greatest hits I'm listening to.
Amazing. Coming up here in a couple minutes, we are knocking it down. I believe we are heading to the Final Four on South Florida's Best Celebrity. Oddly enough, I saw an Instagram photo of 2 of the people who made our poll hanging out.
Together?
It was Vanilla Ice was hanging with Adam Sandler.
Oh, yeah. They
Maybe
are
they're
boys.
doing a movie project together. I think they're in Vegas.
Good for them.
Yeah, so saw Vanilla Ice had posted that. Okay, we're trying to see exactly who South Florida's biggest celebrity is. We had the poll been going on here, and we're narrowing it down, baby. I think it's about time to crank it down to another notch here. We're getting ready to get to our Final Four here. Today be the day.
I'm just hoping there's a Cinderella story still brewing.
You're pulling for Olivia Newton-John, aren't you?
I'm pulling for her hardcore.
Okay. She has been, so far, the Cinderella of the tournament. She's going up against Dan Marino in this round. She's a 14 seed. He is a 4.
Did she sack him?
It looks like we are going to be saying goodbye to Cinderella.
Oh.
Yes.
Gosh, we're so hopelessly devoted to you.
Yes, unfortunately, it looks like Dan Marino was able to pull it out in the end, and he will advance. It looks like Vanilla Ice is going to hold on to beat Jimmy Buffett.
Good.
Okay.
So the Iceman.
Too bad. Too bad he's not in town right now. I'm sure he'd be celebrating.
I mean, he's
I know,
not
yeah.
flying in for the Final Four.
He
Come on,
might.
Ice.
He might. I haven't let him know yet. I will
mean-
definitely have to let him know. Be like, dude, you are in this.
I know he's in Vegas filming a movie with Sandler, but this is important.
We can't get one day from your movie shoot?
Looks like we're going to have Vanilla Ice versus Dan Marino.
Okay.
Wow, okay. It's very SoFlo, Kev.
Okay, who do you think is going to take that round and go into the championship?
I think it's going to look like home cooking if Vanilla Ice is going to win. Our friend of the show.
I
I
swear,
know.
we didn't vote once.
Okay, then it looks like, as we pare down to the Final Four here for South Florida's Best Celebrity, Looks like Gloria Estefan is going to beat The Rock.
Okay.
That's kind of an upset. The Rock was a 2 seed. She's a 4.
I mean, you could argue she really is the most South Florida out of anybody. The longest.
She might wind up, yeah, I would. If I had to put my money down, I would say I think she's going to win the tournament. I think she's going to win the whole thing. And I think it could realistically be Gloria Estefan versus Vanilla Ice.
I mean, kids, do yourselves a favor and Google her music, listen to it. The words get in the way.
Do the conga today at school.
The conga's the worst song of her. It's a terrible song.
You've got, looks like Pitbull is going to hold on to beat Enrique Iglesias. 3 seed over a 5 seed.
Okay.
So that means now in our final 4, we got Vanilla Ice versus Dan Marino and Gloria Estefan versus Pitbull.
You're going to see an Estefan Ice head-to-head. That's what you're going to see.
Yeah, like right now, I would put my money on Gloria Estefan to win the whole thing. I think that's who's going to take it.
Very bold statement.
Okay. We'll see how that goes. Well, on the South Florida tip, people were trying to slide Will Smith into it when we were coming up with our list of 64. I'm like, he sings about Miami, but I don't think he...
Why, because he filmed Bad Boys down here?
Yeah, I think that was basically it. People were trying to put him into the mix. Just to let you know, he is going to be filming the 3rd installment of Bad Boys. They're getting ready to bring the production to South Florida, and even though it's supposed to be set in Miami, they're doing a lot of the production in Atlanta. So it looks like they're going to start filming in Miami and Miami Beach this week. They say it's going to take about 8 days to do the filming, so that's it. Of the whole movie, 8 days are going to be spent filming in Miami. That's all you got. They're going to be filming in downtown, Port Miami, and I-395, the MacArthur Causeway again. They're going to be closing that to westbound traffic. It's going to be next Sunday, the 14th, from 2 to 4 p.m., so you can't get through there.
Okay.
I don't know what that's going to do to Sunday traffic in Miami, but they say even the eastbound is going to be affected as well, even though the westbound is what they're closing down.
Huh.
Then Miami Beach, they're going to be shooting at the Broadmoor Hotel on Ocean Terrace between 73rd and 75th Streets and Collins Avenue between 41st and 87th Street. So there you go. The movie itself, they threw in Vanessa Hudgens and DJ Khaled for this round.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. Making it more local.
Yeah, and it's going to be coming out in 2020. So that's what they say. So that's when the shooting is going to begin. And apparently it's getting ready to get started here in South Florida for Bad Boys 3. Coming up in just a bit, Jaybird had talked about a show that he was looking forward to seeing on Netflix, Twilight Zone, right?
That's correct. No, I don't know. Not on Netflix. It's on CBS All Access.
Oh, that's right. Oh, wait, another streaming service I got to worry about
That's
now?
why people are so mad about that. They released, I think, the first 4 episodes, and you have to pay for the rest.
Ooh.
People are not cool with that.
Oh, my gosh. Well, apparently some people are not cool with Jaybird actually even just watching the show in general. It's not because it's on CBS Access. I'll let you know why coming up. Birthdays for today. Little shout out to Paris Jackson. Best to her. She's the big 2-1 today. Okay.
She's kind of going through it.
Yeah, I kind of hope she doesn't actually go out to party. It'd be, she might want to stay at home for her 21st. Maybe
chill, girl, chill.
Yeah. Amanda Bynes. She was going through it, got a little bit better, but apparently has been going through it again. She's having a birthday today, turns 33 years old. Eddie Murphy, one of the greatest comedians ever, had a solid run in the 80s and a little bit in the 90s. He's 58 today.
Is he still Coming to America Part 2 is happening?
Yeah, from what I understand.
Yeah, everything is full speed ahead.
Okay.
As much as we've told him no, he's continuing to work on it.
Storyline doesn't seem awesome.
No.
Maybe they'll switch it up. Maybe it'll be good. Think about how good the first one was.
Alec Baldwin is turning 61 years old today. Also, I got to say happy birthday to Josh and Aries, his German Shepherd, a.k.a. best friend. Okay, there you go. That's from Rachel. Also, we got a birthday shout-out to Christian, celebrating his 24th birthday today. So happy birthday. You're an amazing person, friend, partner, and dad. Hope you had an incredible year. Love, Alicia and her fur babies, Snoopy, Prometheus, Samson, and Mia. It's from Alicia. There you go. All right. Got a birthday you want on the KVJ show. All you have to do is just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. Jaybird was talking yesterday about a show. It's a classic show that he loves, used to watch, and he's looking forward to the new version they're going to be bringing out of The Twilight Zone. Jordan Peele's got a hot hand. That guy's making so many great movies.
He does. He's like the go-to horror guy now. I think he's kind of taken M. Night Shyamalan's place.
Yeah, his movies do very well. Yeah, they come out and people seem to really look for them. They just love how creative they are and how they got interesting little twists in them.
He's 2 for 2 with the horror.
The trailer for Us is horrifying.
Yeah, I've heard people that have gone to it and said they loved it, and then other people are like, I didn't like it. So I got to check it out. I liked the first one he did.
Well, you're pumped because he's going to be doing the Twilight Zone. It's going to be on the CBS All Access.
Yeah, and they tried to reboot the Twilight Zone, I think back in the 90s, and it was not very good.
Didn't
it was
work.
Very hokey.
Okay. Well, you mentioned how you were looking forward to this Twilight Zone, and somebody hit you up on Twitter, and they said, hey, why do you want to watch The Twilight Zone? Jordan Peele is a racist. I say boycott The Twilight Zone, #racist Peele. Now, I guess that comment stems from something that he had said about how he would never cast a white actor in one of his lead roles in his movie.
Yeah, a lot of publications are only kind of printing half of his quote.
Yeah.
The full quote is, I don't see myself casting a white dude as a lead in my movie. Not that I don't like white dudes, but I've seen that movie. And that seems to be the quote that is only being printed. But there's another part of it that goes, the way I look at it, I get to cast black people in my movies. I feel fortunate to be in this position where I can say to Universal, I want to make a $20 million horror movie with the black family, and they say yes.
Yeah.
That's the full quote.
Yeah, and I think that it's due the full quote, because I remember when that first came out, and I did see a little bit of clapback, and some people saying, wait, did you see what Jordan Peele had to say? And they weren't a big fan of his comments, and I understand, in a sense, what he's saying. And yeah, when you read that first part, it doesn't sound as good. It sounds like, oh, okay, well, I would never make it.
Well, someone probably asked him a question in an interview, and he probably gave an answer. And they do take, I've seen it so much, they take part of a quote, and then they run with that. And then you think one thing.
Right. Well, and then the point of it now is he's, being painted with this brush and being labeled as this. And I think, ultimately what he's trying to say, if, you look at that comment, I'm interpreting it as this is a guy who just says, I have an opportunity to make big blockbuster movies starring black families. And it's something that I think is needed, and I have that opportunity to do that. I'm happy to do it. There's plenty of people out there. Don't worry, we're going to still have our fill of movies with, white families in it and white actors. So
to answer that tweet, by the way, I will be watching The Twilight Zone.
Yeah, and I think it deserves clarification too, because I think that there are some people, and I did see that a little bit, that some people were really like, oh wait, they're
boycott The Twilight Zone. Yeah, I was getting clapped back because I said I want to watch The Twilight Zone. Like, what's going on? I just want to watch The Twilight Zone.
I swear I'm not racist. I just like The Twilight Zone.
I just want to watch the damn Twilight Zone. Leave me alone.
Some people still, and with their initial comments, they say, look, it is still pretty prejudiced. The entire quote, it is prejudiced. Sorry, not sorry. But if a white dude said that, he'd be blackballed and called a racist and a Trump supporter. And yeah, I mean, there are things, I think, that when you flip the narrative on it, then yeah, it does. But that's why I would tell anybody with everything, be like, okay, what is the intent and what are they really trying to say? And that goes for either side of the coin here on the race issue. Well, that just goes all kind of slow our roll here.
That goes with quotes. Take race out of the mix here. It's quotes in general. What is someone truly trying to say? Especially when you read something in print. We talk about it. There are certain things we won't put on social media that we actually say on the air because you can't tell if there's a joke, if there's sarcasm,
right?
What the tone is. People get so upset.
He should have not brought even white people into it though, because as soon as you say white people, then it makes it look bad. If you would have just said, "Hey, I'm a black man making movies, and
I have an opportunity.
I want to showcase black families, so I see more families like me because there weren't enough of me growing up for me to watch and be inspired by." You say that, you praise your own culture. You don't have to bring white guys into it.
It became a black and white subject because he said the word white in it.
And that's from what I've read, that seems to be the clapback of don't try to divide, try to unite. And some people saw that comment that way.
Yeah.
That's why there's controversy.
And possibly if they went back, he would say, it wasn't the intent. let's reframe it in this. I'm just glad I have the opportunity to make big blockbuster movies that feature black families.
His wife is white.
Yeah, somebody just texted that in. Yeah, he's married, has a child with a white woman. So, yeah, I think he just says, look, I've got an opportunity to do this, and this is, what I'm doing. So,
yeah, I brought up Twilight Zone a couple times, and I kept on seeing that comment. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I'm just trying to get my Twilight Zone on.
Mm-hmm. And somebody pointed out, too, Jordan Peele is biracial. He just looks like he would be completely black. So there you go. So.
If anyone's seen the Twilight Zone, can you please let me know if it's any good? Because I want to know if he's done a good job with it.
Have the 4 episodes been released on CBS All Access?
They have. Yeah,
but
so
it's $5.99 a month if you want to see like anything past that.
At this point, I mean, you got me.
Yeah. In fact, I always love doing that. I love using our audience. I like to throw something out because it determines whether I'm going to waste time on it or not.
If everyone's telling me, dude, don't even bother with the Zone, it's not very good.
And I know they've got those ratings, which they keep changing. I don't fully understand when you go on Netflix. But I do look at those too. But I trust our audience for some reason. I feel like they're in tune with us. And somebody, actually, a few people said, hey, have you watched Cocaine Island on Netflix yet, Kev? I have not yet. I almost did last night. I was looking at the clock. I'm like, I ran out of time in the day. So hopefully by this weekend, I'll go and check that out. All right, here we go. The Dirt debuted on Netflix last Friday. It was not this last Friday, but 2 weeks ago now. It's kind of the documentary from the book done on the band Motley Crue, which is big in the mid-'80s into the early 90s. One of the top bands in the world. So we're going to pay homage to not only the Crew, but to their genre of music, the hair bands.
Well, all right.
Jaber's going to be doing Van Halen. Virginia is going to be doing Poison.
Jaber's not here.
David Lee Roth.
Thank you. Show some respect. Rock and roll.
All these other names you got to remember to call this cat.
I know. He's very difficult. He said he was easy. And then I've got the Crew here. I'll start things off. We'll end with Suits. Today, Denny's.
What's Suits doing, Denny's?
Do we know what he's doing? He is doing Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine.
Okay. The kid, the prodigy, is coming to play.
I picked a weird time. I got a hairball, I think.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like I've just licked a cat.
Are you okay?
You're coughing, and then me and Virginia are confused, so we're trying to fill in the space, but it's coming off real awkward.
Something weird just happened in my throat. Does anybody else want to jump on it real quick?
Do you want to drink some drink while I go? I'll go.
I'll have Virginia start off real quick so I can figure out and get the hair out of my throat. It's very bizarre. Well, horrible timing, man.
That was rough.
Horrible timing. Okay, Virginia is doing Poison. Which Poison song are you doing, Virginia?
Nothing but a good time.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Got 30 seconds. Virginia's got headphones on, blaringly loud. You're going to just hear her voice a cappella. All right. Here we go.
Not a dime, I can't pay my rent. I can barely make it through the week. Saturday night, I like to make my girl, but not now. I gotta make ends meet. I'm always working, saving every day. Gotta get a break from the same old, same old. I need a chance just to get away. And if you hear me think, this is what I say. Don't need nothing but a good time. How can I resist? Ain't looking for nothing but a good time. And it don't get better than this.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. There you go. Much better this week. Virginia was last week's loser. I think you're safe this week.
Really?
Yeah, I think you did pretty good.
It's hard to hear when you can't.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'm going to go with...
How you doing, hairball?
Yeah, I think I got it. Now, David Lee Roth is over there coughing.
Is it contagious?
I think we're the Bronx Brothers, honestly.
Yeah, we're still coming out of it.
Well, lucky this isn't a challenging genre.
That's who me and Kevin form our super group, the Bronx Brothers.
Okay.
I'm
going to do Motley Crue's Home Sweet Home.
It's like, okay, shut up.
Yeah. Let me perform. Okay. Headphone Karaoke here. Home Sweet Home. Fired up. You know, I'm a dreamer, but my heart's a gold. I had to run away high so I wouldn't come home low. Just when things went right doesn't mean they're always wrong. Just take this song and you'll never feel left all alone. Take me to your heart. Feel me in your bones. Just one more night and I'm coming off this long and winding road. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Home sweet home. Tonight, I'm on my way.
What happened to 30 seconds?
I'm on my way. Home sweet home. Okay. Yeah.
Go home.
It was so good till the end.
Yeah.
What happened to 30 seconds?
I don't know. I know. I was like, I feel like I'm doing
Denny's
the whole
let yours
song.
go for a minute and a half.
You did like the whole song.
I only had 30
Denny's.
seconds in me, Denny's.
Denny's, he's got a hairball.
Yeah.
You make him sing for a minute and a half.
I gotta end this song.
What the hell, Denny's?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew. Oh man.
Woo!
Okay.
Rock and roll.
All right.
David Lee Broth, everybody.
David Lee Broth. Headphone Karaoke. Hairbands. All right.
I love you, West Palm.
You know what? You know what David Lee Broth would do?
What?
A shot of vodka.
Bring it on. Yeah, hold on.
And he'd
honey.
also do a jumping flying scissor kick.
Give me the vodka. And you. All right. All right.
No, I'm kidding about the scissor kick thing. You're gonna kick the counter. You're gonna break your leg and your laptop. And okay.
Suits, get this on camera. Ah! Oh, God.
Yeah. All right. You just dropped a nard on the carpet.
Hold on. That vodka's getting too. David Lee.
Hey, it's so rock and roll, man.
I know. David Lee Broth. That's right. Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. That's how you do it, man.
I'm so out of breath.
Okay, I love. Oh, that's great. He does vodka, jumps, and is winded before he performs.
And I'm kind of drunk.
And I got bronchitis. All right, can you hear this? All right.
All right, here we go.
I get up
Yeah.
and nothing gets me down. You got it tough. I've seen the toughest around. And I know, baby, just how you feel. You got to roll with the punches to get to what's real. Everybody, come on. Oh, can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the record machine. Yeah, that's right. I ain't the worst that you've seen.
You might be.
Oh, don't you see what I mean? Everybody jump.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Split
Yeah,
one more time.
Might as well.
Ah, why don't we now jump? Ah,
Yeah.
come on and jump.
Yeah. All right.
I'm done.
There you go.
You win for best dance moves on the radio.
He was
sure.
worn out.
I mean, David Lee Broth came to play.
Yeah, I thought two good performances from you guys. Yeah, I think right now I'm tanking it.
I love you, West Palm.
And this is my genre, too. I love hair bands. It's tough, though.
The Bronc got you.
You know what? And Motley Crue, he sings pretty high.
Yeah.
That's a tough band to go for. Suit's going to do a little Guns N' Roses here.
Oh, he's going to come in here and make us all look bad.
Yeah, Sweet Child of Mine.
This should be interesting.
You are the sweet child of mine.
Yeah.
I gotta follow David Lee Broth here, so
I mean,
Okay, let's see. It's a tricky little song here. Axl Rose.
No spinning kicks, Suits.
no, you know, it's a little tough to do that when you're wearing a suit.
It is. Imagine he blew the crotch out in a suit.
Go for it.
All right, come on, baby. Fire it up whenever you're ready.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky.
Sky.
Now and then when I see her face, it takes me away to that special place. And if I stare too long, I'd probably break down and cry.
Cry.
Whoa, whoa, oh, sweet child of mine.
Yeah, come on, Suits.
Do it.
Whoa, oh, 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 sweet love of mine.
Okay. Suits.
Felt
Oh,
real good.
Suits. Hey, they always feel great.
It sounds amazing in your headphones.
Oh, fantastic.
We should sing all show. That vodka's kicking in these veins.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, he's ready to do all
Oh, it's just beginning.
Oh, yeah, David Lee Roth's going to be around all day.
All right. It all felt good for everybody pretty much, but it never is good. Who did the worst? That's what we want to know. Hairband, Headphone Karaoke. Some of the comments we got rolling in right now. I got a lot of votes, not going to lie. A lot of comments here. Kev being the worst. We got Amber on here from Plantation. I think she feels the same. Who had the worst performance, do you think, there, Amber?
I'm sorry, Kevin. You did this week.
Yeah, it was tough.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That's rock and roll, baby.
It wasn't my week, baby.
It's rock and roll.
Yeah.
You kind of took one for the team. But
I usually love Kevin's karaoke, but this week, man, you didn't bring it. But
Yeah.
Suits, I tell you, has that voice, man. He did awesome.
Okay, Suits, yeah. He's one of our strong cocktails and karaoke performers there.
He's a
staple
kid.
of Journey.
The kid, the prodigy.
Oh, yeah.
Motley Crue is hard to sing, too. And to keep it relevant with the dirt, you
Yeah.
took a Motley Crue song.
I did.
So I think that you should be given a little credit for doing that.
No,
Okay, thank you, Virginia.
We don't defend.
Thank you.
No, we just do
Yeah.
rock and roll, baby. You don't apologize for nothing.
It
Pipe
is what it
down,
is.
David Lee Broth.
Oh.
Go have some more vodka.
David Lee Broth ain't going nowhere.
Claire's on here from Boynton. Who do you think did the worst today, Clara?
Definitely Jason. I'm sorry, Jason. I couldn't see your dancing. I wish I could have, but I don't know. It just didn't do it for me.
Well, that'd be great if Jason was here. I don't know who the hell you're talking to. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Somebody said Kev sounded like his scrotum was being crushed.
Oh.
Kev, maybe uncomfortable.
Oh.
Somebody said Jaybird, not good either. And I almost got into a car accident when Suits started singing. So,
So someone
for him.
said that they felt uncomfortable with you singing. Well, guess what? Rock and roll ain't comfortable.
That's right.
It ain't comfortable.
That's right.
If you're feeling comfortable, it ain't rock and roll.
Twitter poll right now has Suits in the lead. 30% said he had the worst performance.
Really?
Actually, Virginia. No, that's not right. They didn't hear it. There's no way Virginia did the worst.
They're just going on personality.
Yeah. You can't take Twitter seriously for anything. Okay. You want to? I'll take the loss this week. I feel like I deserve it. So Virginia's lost one. I've lost one. There's no winners here. I think that's the whole thing. There is not one winner. Nobody necessarily knocked it out of the park. But we did not have anybody that totally tanked it.
It don't
except
gotta.
for me.
It don't gotta be pretty to be rock and roll.
That's right, baby.
And this can be a party game, too, that you play with your friends on the weekend. It's super fun.
Yeah, it is. I love singing, baby.
In fact, I play all the KVJ games at home.
Magnolia is dying to come in and be a part of Headphone Karaoke. She makes me play it with her at home all the time.
No.
She loves it.
No, we don't bring her to Headphone Karaoke. We bring her to cocktails and karaoke because that's rock and roll.
Yeah, drunk kids. All right.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
All right, gonna find out just how weird the KVJ show is. Doing a little bit of a poll here. We'll give you the percentages in our Raise Your Hand poll. Now, if this applies to you, simply raise your hand. Now, you can watch on KVJ TV, see who's saying yes to what. Everybody else, you're going to get what percent of us do this. 5 of us total. Even Suits will raise his hand in there running KVJ TV. So we'll give you the percentage of KVJ show people that are booger eaters. Have you ever eaten your boogers? Okay, let me reframe this because I think a lot of people will when they're kids. And, we probably all say, yeah, I'll bet I haven't since I was 6. So let's say, have you eaten a booger after the age of 18? Are you an adult booger eater? Raise your hand if you have intentionally nibbled on a piece of your snot.
I know a girl who is smoking hot, and she is known to eat her boogers, and she doesn't think no one knows. But there was a football game. Everyone was watching the game, and she's in the corner picking her nose and then eating her booger, and she didn't think anyone saw it. And it's multiple occasions.
Okay.
It happens, man. I mean, she's really good looking.
Yeah.
Not that booger eaters know.
What's her name?
I will not say it. Oh my gosh.
I've accidentally eaten boogers. Not intentionally, though. I went to flick one out a window once, and it flew back in and it stuck to my cheek. And then I was eating in my car, and I was wiping my face. And
You thought it was a piece of meat?
I ate it and I was like, that was a booger, darn.
That was a piece of
Oh,
relish.
darn. Thought it was a pickle.
By the way, that's what Denny says when he gets mad. Oh, darn.
Darn. Okay, so you've intentionally picked your nose and then you ate it. If this applies to you, raise your hand. Okay.
Wow. Shocking.
Yeah, we have got one hand raised. 20% of the
Animal.
KVJ show adult booger eaters.
Absolute animal.
Okay. Try to find
And
out.
that's coming from David Lee Broth. You know you're bad if he thinks you're worse.
No, I like that.
Okay, next. Have you ever had sex in the hot tub or pool?
Oh, jeez.
Sex in a hot tub or pool, raise your hand. Okay. We got 80% of the show.
I wonder who's the one who has
One holdout. One person has not.
it. I wonder who that is.
Okay. Next up here, raise your hand if you are worried that your privates are too small. Raise your hand if you've ever had that thought. It'd be like going, I wish it was bigger. Raise your hand.
Rock and roll.
Okay. One person on the show.
One person?
Yep.
That's it?
Well, are you playing or
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm raising my hands. That's how I'm doing it. Yeah.
David Lee Broth is so difficult.
I just thought he was like doing devil horns into the camera.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to ruin the game, but
Just do this.
Yeah.
don't tell me how to live my life, woman. I'm here to derail the show.
Mission accomplished.
She gave me a lot of vodka, man.
I handed you the bottle. You're the one that chugged like half a cup.
You mean to tell me you're gonna give vodka a whole bottle to David Lee Broth and he's not gonna chug it? That's on you.
Okay, so we got 2 hands raised. 40% of the show is concerned about the size of their privates. Okay. What about this? Have you ever watched a porn of the same sex? Ever watched a porn of the same sex? Raise your hands if you have. Okay. 60% of the show. 3 members of the KVJ show have. And finally, raise your hand if you have pleasured yourself to another member of the show. Raise your hand. Ever done it?
Post new hair.
That goes without saying. Okay. Yeah, we're not whacking it to each other, but
We know too much.
Way too much.
okay. Some other interesting things to delve into. We'll get into that, the After the Show podcast we do. If you never checked it out, we do this thing that you can see. It's on YouTube. It is also on our website, kvjshow.com. Or if you have any kind of podcast app, what's a podcast? Well, there's podcast apps. They're on your phone. You can go on there and just look for it. If you have an iPhone, like I do, you go on there and it is a purple app and it says podcasts. You go on there and you type in the KVJ show and our thing will come up and you can subscribe. It'll be there every single day for you. Our show without music and commercials. And then the After the Show podcast is right on the back end of that.
It's gonna get real filthy today. It's gonna be the podcast. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Have some more vodka, David Lee Broth. Your jokes aren't hitting, bruh.
If they're not funny, that's so rock and roll. When they're not funny, that's rock and roll.
Oh, he's drinking.
Oh, no, stop. Oh, gosh. That's too much.
Rock and roll.
All right. Well, there you go.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
Okay, we have got it down to the final 4. Start off with 64. So 60 celebrities have been eliminated to this point, looking for South Florida's best celebrity. They have to either be from here or currently have a home in South Florida. Okay, so in our final 4 now, we had Vanilla Ice beat Jimmy Buffett, Dan Marino beat Olivia Newton-John, Gloria Estefan beat The Rock, and Pitbull beat Enrique Iglesias. So in the final 4 now, we've got Vanilla Ice going up against Dan Marino. And in early voting, Vanilla Ice is up on Dan Marino.
Yeah, makes sense.
Early voting. We got Vanilla Ice on top there, Marino. And in a battle to see who is the true 305 music star, Gloria Estefan has a 1-vote lead on Pitbull.
She deserves to win the tourney. She
It'll be
does.
interesting to see if she does.
She's older generation Miami. He's new generation Miami. Who will win?
That's a big question. If you want to go vote, the poll is up on our website, kvjshow.com, also all over our social media. Easy for you to find on our Facebook page. It is right there. And you've got until Friday. So Friday morning, we're knocking it down to the final 2 that'll go head-to-head. And then on Monday morning, we'll let you know who we're going to be crowning South Florida's best celebrity.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
All right. Well, yesterday we were rating the April Fool's Day jokes. Good or bad? Well, I think we found our worst ever. They're getting blasted for a hardcore. A YouTube couple, meaning they make wacky YouTube videos as a couple together. They're getting a lot of heat for their little video they posted up where they told their 6-year-old that they were giving away her puppy. Needless to say, the 6-year-old did not take it well and was completely devastated. Ha 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 ha. Joke's on you, kid.
That's awful. Why would they do that?
They thought it was going to be funny. April Fool's Day, because, yeah, a lot of 6-year-olds really get April Fool's Day. Way to build the trust with your kid.
It just makes me want to slap them.
Yeah, a lot of people are having the same reaction. Be like, going, how dumb are you? That's stupid. So hopefully that's had the opposite effect on their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And people who actually were dumb enough to subscribe in the first place are like, okay, I'm out.
Jump off.
Yes. That'd probably be your best plan. So there you go. There we go. I think we got a winner, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the Maryland man who also thought he was going to make a cute little video and jump into the water and assault a pelican in the Keys.
Yes, we saw the video. What a douche.
Yeah, he jumped in. He tried to, like, grab a pelican. The pelican turns around and goes, "What?" and, like, bites across his face, which was awesome. But just to let you know, he got double the fun. Not only bit in the face, but now he is in a Key West jail.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
They got him in Maryland, which is where he's from, and now he's back in Key West to face charges of violating the Migratory Bird Treaty Act.
I love it.
Did you know that existed?
Maybe don't assault animals in nature.
People aren't putting up with that crap anymore. It's a different time. You can't get all cute trying to do a viral video or whatever you're doing and be mean to animals. They ain't putting up with it.
If you did not know, pelicans are federally protected, so do not play. He has been jailed on $80,000 bond. So he got to spring some cash if he wants to get out. Well, the guy in New York that called the cops on Sunday about a strange noise coming from his attic didn't take into account that the cops, when they show up, are probably going to find his meth lab.
You know, I guess if you're on meth, you don't think things through properly.
No, it makes sense to you, Vic. There's weird noise, and you don't think it's your meth lab making the weird noise, because meth labs make weird noises. A lot of times, the weird noise that they make is typically something that sounds like, which is an awful noise to hear.
I told you about that meth lab next to my dad's old house.
Yeah.
That's pretty fascinating.
This chick, she got out of jail and she got her mother's house inherited. And so she moved into the house next to my dad. It was her dead mother's house. And she put a meth lab in it and started cooking meth.
Wow.
And then my dad's like, okay, we're going to sell. He sold his house real quick.
It's a good plan. Yeah, those things will go up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they explode all the time. I'm sure they make crazy noises right before they explode.
We learned so much about meth from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, we did.
We did. You're right.
Educational. There was a woman in Wisconsin that had to call the cops on Sunday because her husband brought home the wrong kind of chicken and they got into a serious argument. Fortunately, it didn't get physical, as far as we know, and the cops did not have to mediate. But yeah, if your husband does bring home the wrong chicken, you should not call the cops.
Speaking of chicken, I was actually, you thought I was coughing in the microphone. I was laughing, which turned into a cough. I was watching the chicken video on our Facebook. that it looks so sexual. They're preparing the chicken.
Oh my
gosh. Have you seen this video?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard. Did they deliberately make that to make it sexual?
I don't think so, and I think that's why it went viral, because people are going, oh my gosh. They took a chicken breast and they cut out the middle of it so it looks like this, and then they put like bacon in the middle so it has meat there, and then they took a cream sauce and poured it all over the chicken.
Clam sauce would work well.
With every little step that they did, it made it more sexual. It was it's really awesome. You have to check it out.
There's this guy that got drunk and decided it'd be a good idea to jump off of an interstate overpass in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
That's a terrible idea.
It is, because apparently he landed on a stick.
Where?
His butt.
Oh, impaled?
Yeah. Impaled, yes. And according to his girlfriend, he had drank half a liter of vodka.
Human ring toss. He wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's drinking vodka. This is what's going on here. I've been drinking vodka.
Okay.
So do a little ring toss.
Want to play a game?
Yes, I do, Mama.
Stick in the butt. Here we go.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. Well, Boston just got those e-scooters like what we got, in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
And apparently they were on the market for all of 15 minutes before a woman crashed hers in an ambulance, had to take her to the hospital to get stitches.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yeah, those Lime scooters. Look, I rode them. I love them. They're just dangerous because nobody's wearing a helmet. You got to fight traffic. You got to fight curbs and cracks in the sidewalk. And
oh, my gosh. You on that? You're a terrible driver.
Terrible.
You should not be on that.
Oh, I got on it. I probably shouldn't say this on the radio. I got on it. I put Rocco on it with me, and we rode around with no helmet.
Really? You know what? That is the epitome of rock and roll.
Rock and roll. We should on a rock band.
It's still rock.
I'm just a bad mom.
You're just a bad mom, which makes it even that much more rock and roll.
Bad mom, all right. All right, bad mom.
That's the name of your first album, Bad Mom. I'm kidding. I don't think you're a bad mom. I didn't mean to be hurtful.
Sometimes I am.
Oh, no.
But, yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm all right with it. I'm a fun mom.
What do you think about this? Good or bad in this attempt? Would you hire a lawyer from DivorceDeli.com? Apparently in their commercials, they keep it real. But do you like this approach, or would you be going, no, I don't think I'm going to call. Here's their actual ad that they were running.
Hi, I'm Steve Miller. I've been a trial lawyer in Florida and Massachusetts since 1985. If you and your spouse hate each other like poison and want to get out of the hellhole you call a marriage, you've come to the right place. Look, you can waste your money screwing around with some paper pusher paralegal type, give thousands of dollars to some piece of crap three-piece suit downtown, blow your brains out trying to figure out why you wasted $25 on the crappy forms you bought from the illiterate boob at the courthouse, or do what I say and do it now. We know what we're doing here. Look at this website, a work of art. Here's the story. Pay us a little and we get you a lot. Don't worry about the details. We'll take care of business and let you know when to crack open the champagne.
Okay, what do you think? You like the approach? On DivorceDeli.com, he's keeping it real.
It's a deli.
He kind of sounds stupid. Okay, if I hire an attorney and I give him a retainer, he better be smarter than me.
You have to be smarter. If you're a lawyer, you got to be smarter than your client.
Absolutely. That guy sounds dumber than me. Nope, he ain't getting my biz.
Okay, time to move on.
Well, there you go.
Sorry, dude.
Go to the Get the Divorce page in the upper right corner, pay up, and you're on your way to getting rid of that vermin you call a spouse. We're here to help. Divorce EZ, a Florida law firm.
Okay. All right, there you go. That's the approach.
And your delivery sucks, too. Why don't you get some, any kind of excitement in your voice?
Thank you.
I don't like it.
Thumbs down, huh?
Thumbs down.
All right.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Virginia was having lunch yesterday with a celebrity.
Yeah, no big deal. I'm a mover and a shaker.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Even sent a photo, which is better than your usual photos. You were apparently at Restoration Hardware yesterday in West Palm Beach.
The rooftop lunch spot.
Oh, you went there.
I did.
That was your first time, right?
That was my first time, and I wanted to go the other day. We didn't go, and I was like, ooh, it's in my head.
Okay.
Why didn't we go?
Because you're afraid of the roof.
David Lee Roth is not afraid of the roof.
Well, then let's go today.
Yeah.
and roll.
Yeah, Jay Bird's a little bitch. He's afraid of the roof.
Okay.
So yeah, I had kind of like a taste for it. I was excited to go check it out. So I went yesterday, and no big deal. I dined with one Herschel Walker.
She told us that during commercial breaks, like, I dined with Herschel Walker. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he must have done something with little smiles. You were at some kind of a charity event, and then you dropped the picture on us.
Yeah, he's about like 5 tables away.
Yeah, at least.
And he's in mid-chew of eating his food.
He's trying to chew food.
The worst picture you could ever take of somebody.
Yeah. But yeah, he was there. That definitely was him.
It's a big deal. He's a big name in football.
So they tell me.
Yeah, he is a Hall of Famer. He won the 1982 Heisman Trophy at the University of Georgia.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's a big deal.
Does he stay here local?
I don't know that he lives here. His daughter, I believe, does.
Oh.
And so he might have been in town to see his daughter, possibly.
Okay.
So, and that's probably, let me check the photo. Maybe that's who he was at lunch with. He was in town to have lunch with his daughter.
It looked like a business lunch, maybe.
Okay.
You don't know. You're over there. You're just taking a picture of him eating
There was a
steak.
there was a couple lawyer-looking guys in suits, and I was like, this looks like a business lunch. I work at the Dirt of the Day. Ever heard of it?
Unfortunately, yes, we have. I mean, we hear of it a lot. It's on the show constantly. I don't know. I think we gotta,
Yeah.
You know who needs to be knocked down? David Lee Broth.
David Lee Broth ain't going nowhere. Kevin's so annoyed. I'm sorry, Kevin.
He's like, 9 o'clock. Please, get through this 9 o'clock hour, please.
We're almost there.
We're almost there.
Oh, wait, the podcast. Dang.
Virginia gave David Lee Broth a real big bottle of vodka.
I didn't know he was going to chug it.
So that's Virginia's celebrity sighting.
Yes, very fan. The picture's on Twitter. It's very grainy. Go check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's still in the theme of awful.
Yeah, well, we're still kind of in celebrity season, so you'll still see, a few celebrities here and there kind of popping around. I don't know if Beckham was in town for this or not, but he got a good ruling from the Fort Lauderdale City Commission. They gave him the unanimous go-ahead last night to tear down Lockhart Stadium.
Okay.
And Fort Lauderdale Stadium, which is right next door, in the next 6 months.
And start building his soccer dream?
Yeah. They're going to be putting that thing up here on the 64-acre Lockhart site. It's going to be torn down and then canopied with an 18,000 replacement seat stadium. It's going to be there.
What city is this going to be in?
This is Fort Lauderdale.
Thank you, Kevin. I was hoping you'd say that.
Yeah.
If you can't beat him, join him.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, aside, I haven't seen any photos of Beckham. I mean, he comes out and makes his appearances, but I haven't seen him just casually having lunch somewhere.
Right. Does he walk the streets? Do you ever see him out and about?
Oh, he's not walking the streets. There's no way.
Is he too hot to walk the streets?
Yes, he's too hot to walk the streets.
I think that's kind of like, I guess it's probably almost like a celebrity rating. Are you too hot to walk the streets?
Like Brad Pitt can't go into Subway and get a tuna sub. He just can't. He's too big.
It would throw everything off. It would be just mass chaos.
Imagine making a tuna sub for Brad Pitt.
I'd be so nervous.
Yeah, I think that is, and there is. Is that the dividing between you're an A-lister and you're a B or a C? Where's that dividing line come in? I think I think an A can't go anywhere without security. Oh, that's probably how you know you're an A-lister.
And you always have to stay in the vehicle.
Okay, but let me drop this on you. Let's say Corey Feldman walks into 2J's. Is 2J's just, going crazy because Corey Feldman's there?
No, there's a couple people that are like, hey, is that Corey Feldman? Wait, is he taking my order? Yeah, that's how that one goes.
I'll see where the line's at.
Yeah, Feldman ain't making the cut.
No. Yeah, he would be more. I think he's probably slipped down about the D list, hasn't he?
I bet you people like David Beckham never even do anything where they have to go out. Like, no groceries, no shopping whatsoever, no picking up their own coffee, no going through the drive-thru. They can't.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock is a solid B. Solid B, too. He's close to an A.
I feel like if Kid Rock was walking and shopping in Publix, that would cause a hubbub.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I think so.
But he's kind of down to earth. I can see him still doing it. I don't think Beckham would do it.
Beckham just seems like he's at a different level.
He's British. He's better than you. He's got the accent.
Well, keep in mind, like Kid Rock, I think right now, if you don't know like his genre of music, I mean, he was in the early 2000s, he was The Rock. Now he's very much associated, like he's got a song with Jake Owen on his new album, but he's still got enough power that if he wants to play around at golf at Trump International with the Prez, he can get that done.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, whether you like his music or not, they know Kid Rock. They're going to say, oh my gosh, Kid Rock is here.
Yeah. So there you go. Somebody said that, Beckham saw him dining at Zuma in Miami about a week ago.
Really?
Okay.
He does come amongst the peasants?
Yeah.
Let me guess.
I guess he does.
He was eating some raw octopus or something.
Sounds delicious.
Okay. I know Jeter would grab some lunch. He had a little catered meal up at Tommy Bahama.
There's a video of some old guy trying to get Jeter's autograph, and Jeter keeps blowing by him. He's not going to sign it. Then this little kid comes up, Mr. Jeter, can you please sign my ball? Jeter signs the ball, keeps walking. Then the old guy's like, you won't sign my ball? And then that video ends. He signs for kids and hot chicks.
I think there are a lot of celebrities that'll do that, especially in the sports game. My wife wound up with that with the Urban Meyer guy that was the Buckeye coach. And I think the reason is because you got a lot of guys that get stuff autographed and they go resell it, and so they know that. And so a kid, they're like, okay, that's the purest form of love of the game.
Most kids don't have an eBay account where they're reselling autographs.
Yeah, but now then just their scummy parents just use the kids to get the autographs.
They take it from them.
Yeah. Somebody said Kid Rock is always around Jupiter. I just saw him in Home Depot all by himself.
Oh, look at that.
Something about that. I saw Tico Torres one time in the Lowe's there and in Palm Beach Gardens.
Never stop improving.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. If you want to see celebrities, go to a home improvement store. That's where they all hang out. And this will let you know, too. Have you seen that video that's out with Kim Kardashian inside the car? She's being pushed by paparazzi, and her 5-year-old daughter, Northwest, is like, Mommy, why are people always taking her picture? And the kid's like scared, and it's just, you know, people are like going, hey, you feel bad.
Because we're self-obsessed, honey.
Right. Mommy kind of did this. We don't make money if I don't do this kind of stuff. Yeah.
I need attention.
She'll be okay.
I've tricked everyone into thinking that we're celebrities, so they have to take our pictures.
You think Southwest is going to be okay?
The airline?
Her name's Northwest.
Yeah.
Kanye's child. Do you think the
Southwest
gonna be fine,
Airline
the
is
kid's
doing
screwed.
great? I mean,
There
they
you
get
go.
bargain prices for flying all over the country. You're going to have to stop a few times, but you save a lot of money.
Somebody said I saw Derek Jeter and Ahmad Rashad in Palm Beach Gardens at the Blue Moon Diner. Everybody was looking at the Jeets.
Where the hell is that at? I grew up in Gardens.
Blue Moon Diner?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that new?
Not sure.
I need answers.
I'll go take a look. Maybe they can let us know. Somebody said that J-Lo often eats at a restaurant in Coral Gables, so she goes out. I'm kind of surprised.
I don't want to brag, but Steve Weagle, Channel 5 weather guy, eats at CR Chicks. I was in the same line, or Jaybird was in the same line as him.
He lives in my neighborhood. Trump card.
What does that mean?
Steve Weagle lives in my neighborhood. That out-Trumps you seeing him eating.
No,
She lives amongst celebrities, is what she's trying to say.
Oh, yeah, she lives in the fancy
She dines with them. She lives with them.
Oh, you're so Tequesta.
Virginia is celebrity.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
That Blue Moon Cafe, where Jeter was, apparently is the corner of Military Trail and Donald Ross in Palm Beach Gardens. And I don't know where he hangs out when he's in Miami. He's there for spring training. I know that, somebody else had told me that they had seen him there at Harborside. So that's kind of where he hangs when he's doing the spring training. But yeah, when he's in Miami, I don't know where his hot spots are. But apparently kind of knowing those places, if you want to go and hang out, you can kind of stalk and see some celebrities. I know that, we're not Los Angeles.
Sure, but
we do have, honestly, our fair share. I couldn't believe it when we really were breaking down South Florida's best celebrity, and we had 64, and we were cutting people that could have legitimately made it. Bad Baby didn't even make the list, Virginia.
What?
She didn't even make it.
It's a travesty.
No, that's awesome.
Next year, she'll win it all.
Finally, the people are speaking with the right voice. I love it.
Yeah, if you want to go check out the celebrities in Miami, Zuma apparently last week had Shakira and Diddy both there. That's where Beckham goes.
Shakira. Oh.
Yeah.
She makes me weak in the knees.
Oh, man, I saw a video of her. She also does, like, I guess kickboxing and stuff. And so somebody did a video of Shakira doing I was like, okay.
She can beat the hell out of David Lee Roth. He would like it.
Someone's offering to be a punching bag.
Oh,
that actually would be amazing.
That would be the best video ever. If she comes through here in concert, we should see if she would do that.
Yeah, but he can only wear a loincloth.
I'm into any kind of weird thing you want to throw.
We hang him like he's a speed bag, and then let her just go to town on him.
She can use my nards. I don't care. I mean, I don't mean that in a perverted way. That was wrong. It's the wig and the vodka, and it's time to go home.
That unravels quick.
Yeah, hold on.
David Lee Roth is real tired and kind of nauseous.
Now you know it's like being a rock star.
Rock and roll!
Stuff at the end of the day. When the show's winding down, that's when it gets depressing and tough.
Now you know what it's like to be an aging rock star.
Oh, I am so aging.
Yeah, tough stuff.
Aging and raging.
Coming up here is...
That's a good on a t-shirt. Aging and raging.
Yeah.
We all need to wear it.
David Lee Roth, let you keep that one, Mom.
Every weekend. Aging and raging.
Yes.
I was a single mom. She's struggling. She's got 3 kids. Think she's recently single. She's just trying to make ends meet, and she's trying to get around, and there's no vehicle at all. Luckily, she has a caring 13-year-old kid that actually sold his Xbox and worked odd jobs like mowing lawns to buy his single mom a car.
Aww.
And now he's going viral today with his story.
I saw people on YouTube, and they get their mom a car, and then just like surprise their mom with the car. And then I wanted to do it. It was really cheap, so I asked if I could trade the Xbox or earn it.
He kept coming in and like asking me like just odd questions about vehicles and different parts, and I'm like, okay, why? Like, what?
Mom, I got you a car. And then she's like, no, you didn't. And then I was like, I did. And then she didn't believe me. She picked us up, and then we went to her house, and then I was like, Mom, there's your car.
I lost it. I bawled so bad. I was just like, there's no way. What 13-year-old do you know buys their mom a car? I don't know any. I can't even express it. Like, there's no words that can express my gratitude and how proud I am. At my, low point, here comes my son,
There you go.
Aww.
So what has your 13-year-old done for you lately?
Plot twist. He stole it from the neighbor's house.
Tomorrow we're going to talk about how he's going to prison. At least you'll only have 2 kids now to worry about. In a weird twist of fate. All righty. Well, things turn quickly here on the KVJ show. Let's bring it back to positivity again.
Yes.
With a closing thought before we get to the After the Show podcast today.
You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Born ready.
Okay. This ain't mine. This is David Lee Roth. Ever hear of him?
I have.
All right. This is David Lee Roth quote.
Okay.
When I die, sprinkle my ashes over the 80s. The 1980s.
It's impossible.
Rock and roll.
Who's dumber, David Lee Roth or David Lee Broth?
That is painful, but being dumb is so rock and roll.
Yeah.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?